few principles really helped me in terms of driving the transformation. The first thing is people centricity. End of the day, it is all about the people.
Yes.
The more they understand what is in it for them and how they are party to that, the easier the transformations will be.
You come across with abundance of experience working across different companies, different sectors, and you have led transformation in many, global companies.
The first focus should be on deepening the customer value. Our existence is to serve the customer. So how better we can provide value to our customer, that is going to be the core of what Reflection should do. So if I were to summarize that one learning, I think it could be termed as the power of empathy.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Reflect Talks, a series of video conversations in which Reflection's leadership team talks about the innovative services and practices at Reflections. Today we have Sajikumar RK, COO Reflections, talking about his experiences and his strategy for Reflections. Welcome Saji.
Hey,
Happy to have you for this conversation today.
My pleasure.
You have recently joined Reflections and you come across with abundance of experience working across different companies, different sectors, and you have led transformation in many, global companies. And what are the key leadership lessons that you have learned and that have continued throughout your journey?
I have been fortunate to work with multiple large firms, and I also fortunate to work with some specialized firm. Across all these companies, a few principles really helped me in terms of driving the transformation. The first thing is people centricity. End of the day, it is all about the people.
Yes.
The more they understand what is in it for them and how they are party to that, the easier the transformations will be.
That happens when you value, respect people.
Absolutely. And the second part of getting that people focus is in terms of whether we are able to articulate a clear vision and a roadmap. Because people will work for a vision if they buy into that vision.
So the leadership should be able to translate or get people under that vision, under that umbrella.
Be able to communicate the vision clearly to the people so that they understand and kind of internalize that vision. Why am I doing this for?
They feel it's for them also.
It's for them also, yes. Right? And another challenge in most of the transformation is in terms of what are we trying to finally achieve. It is not about changing the current process to a different set of process, but it is all being done for some specific business outcome. So as long as we are all clear on what is the true north, the measurable outcome, then the transformation becomes much more easier, seamless.
Okay.
And maybe the last one is about the agility and adaptability, because nothing goes as per the plan. Right? Things will change, things will evolve. So if you are not really adaptable, there will be moments for pivoting from the path, and sometimes even if there are hardship, your perseverance will pay back. So identifying and learning when to pivot versus when to continue, and being adaptable is probably the most important aspect of it.
So it has to be a continuous process.
It has to be a continuous process.
And challenges will come along the way and the solutions have to develop organically.
Right. And sometimes the path you initially thought you wanted to take may not be the path. You might have to make course corrections. So that is what the agility and adaptability is all about. So yeah, those were the key lessons.
These are wonderful lessons. Like, any leader in this space can always keep in mind. Said you joined Reflections recently, so you might have certain strategies to power the growth of the company as an AI-powered digital engineering company. What are your immediate focus areas?
See, I came just 2 months back and I didn't come with any preconceived notion, right? I just wanted to understand what works here and how I can contribute. But having said that, a few areas in the last 1 or 2 months, I kind of crystallized on is the first focus should be on deepening the customer value. Our existence is to serve the customer. So how better we can provide value to our customer, that is going to be the core of what Reflection should do.
Customer centricity is one of the core values.
The key value, and how to drive that focus is the first priority. The second priority is on talent nurturing as well as strategic hiring. We currently have a very skilled, very diverse skill pool. But the reality of the IT industry is that it is continuously evolving. So if you stay at one place, you are outdated. So continuously investing in talent nurturing is the key focus for a company of our size. And as we scale, we need to bring in talent with diverse additional skills. For example, today we are pursuing to build a AI capability, and which is not easy to build it internally. So we might have to bring additional talent to support that. So the nurturing and bringing in additional talent is going to be the second focus.
And also with AI bringing in so much of transformation, the way we require talent, the nature of the talent also varies, right?
Absolutely. That is a big puzzle. Every IT company is trying to handle it. What should be tomorrow's workforce? What qualities they should have? What skills they should have? And I don't think we have the answers to that puzzle completely figured out. But we do have certain point of views on what kind of talent we wanted to bring in. So any new strategic hiring will be aligned to that clarity and that thought process.
That concept is also continuously changing.
Absolutely.
Then are there other focus areas for you?
Maybe since we are in an expansion mode, scaling mode, streamlining the process to support that scalability is another important aspect. So, and the initial stages, when you are a startup kind of an environment, right? Everybody does everything. So there is a term called cowboy coding, right? So cowboy style operations might work, but as we grow, we need to have a better structure in place to support this growth, and that is going to be one of the focus area I am planning to focus on.
Wonderful to learn about these things, and hope that you are able to go ahead in this journey, putting all these plans into practice.
I'm sure that the kind of people here, the support I'm getting it, as a team effort, I'm confident that we will be able to scale to the new heights.
Since you worked across industries, like for example, you worked in BFSI, retail, insurance, etc. In this era of digital transformation, when technology is drastically changing everything, where do you see the greatest opportunities and possibilities for growth?
It's a challenging things to do this crystal ball gazing, because everybody who tried got it wrong, right? But still I will try to take a stab at it. With the pervasive nature of the AI coming in, I think that is where majority of the transformation will be centered around. So if you look at BFS, personalized financial guidance is one area I think there will be a lot of traction on. Another challenge the BFS is currently facing is in terms of the cyber security challenges, as well as how AI ML can be used in terms of real-time risk management. When it comes to insurance, we have seen major changes in adopting the hyper-personalization. in the way the insurance is bought and sold, be it in the claim processing or policy issuance. And it comes to retail, there are a plethora of changes happening. I don't know which exactly will be the real winner in that. But AI-powered omni-channel personalization is one area I think that will have a long-lasting impact. And the supply chain automation, and they have been happening for over the years, but how AI can help in terms of the end-to-end supply chain is going to be another key challenges. But whatever it is, I think all of them will be kind of powered by the latest engineering that is happening on the data as well as on the AI front. That's what I believe.
So AI and data engineering are the keys to tapping the opportunities in these areas.
I believe so. I believe so.
All right.
But again, looking at 3 years ahead is not realistic.
Now, yes. I get
But yeah.
From the conversation so far, Saji, we can understand that you worked in different companies, different large firms, different sectors, and people across the globe. Working with global teams, people from different cultures, what is the basic thing that you've learned, the fundamental thing that you've learned? And also you mentioned in the beginning that people are the key.
Absolutely. So if I were to summarize that one learning, I think it could be termed as the power of empathy.
Exactly.
And the nuanced communication.
Okay.
If I were to elaborate that, I think you should listen more than speak, because to fully understand the perspective is important. And especially if you are in the leadership position, it's natural that people may be a bit hesitant to open up,
yes.
Communicate what they think. So the more you are really in a listening mode, the more you can get what they really think of the issues in hand, right? The second one is, again, you need to be aware of the non-verbal cues, right? Because people may not always voice it that clearly. But one of the most important thing I learned is that be patient and assume the positive intent, because it's easy to misunderstand people. But across the culture, what I realize is that people want to do good things.
Yes.
And if you assume the otherwise, nothing can move forward, right? So be patient with them, try to understand what they're saying, then always assume the intentions are good. So these are some of the things I kind of learned working in a global team. The bottom line is, don't expect everybody to think and communicate in the same wavelength as you are thinking. Everybody will have their own styles. So if you are not patient enough, if you are not communicating enough with those teams, then you may not get across your views and points. So,
exactly.
Yeah,
I get what you say. People want to do good work and they want to be valued and appreciated for what they are in their own ways.
Absolutely.
We should respect each other's style and way of functioning, etc. Exactly. Saji, and then when, earlier also we talked about AI. When AI is changing everything, like people, the way they work, they will think, the way they live, how do you think about the transformation that AI is bringing in the operations of an organization like Reflections?
So, Reflection is fundamentally an IT services firm, right? Our core business is to develop software solutions. So the kind of impact AI will have in our kind of an organization is going to be immense, because whatever we do, we will largely do the development and testing, what we call it as software development life cycle, right? What I see happening is that there are a lot of AI solutions available that will drastically reduce the effort required for every aspect of software delivery, be it the requirement management, be it the coding and testing, be it the test design. So every aspect of our IT engineering is going to go through a dramatic change, and we are still not sure what is the role of a software engineer tomorrow when there was this book called When Machine Do Everything, What Will You Do? Right? So we are probably reaching closer to that. So that is one area I think AI will have a huge impact in our core business. But like any company, beyond what we do for the customer, there is that overarching business processes that we need to manage. We need to hire people, we need to run our finance. So a lot of those core processes that is common across every company. And AI is bringing in a lot of changes into that. And so one term people use is unlocking the creativity. Earlier, many times people used to spend hours and hours in doing operational activities.
Yes.
Today, AI is going to free them up from most of this operational activity, and they can start really building the business, creating the business. And
they change their focus.
Change their focus
on
right?
things that really matter.
Really matter, really value adds. They can think and they can make it happen because the groundwork can be delegated to the AI engine. So that's how I think.
Saji, this question is outside the scope of business. So when you are not thinking about business and digital transformation and how AI is going to impact the company, people, workspace, everything, how do you unwind yourself? Where do you get your inspiration from?
On a lighter note, last couple of months has been hectic. In a sense, I really didn't get much of a free time. But outside the work, my primary way to unwind is travels and a little bit of intellectual pursuit. A few years ago, I got introduced to the Indian philosophy, especially the works of likes of Shankaracharya and others. And that
philosophy and business, it's a rare combo, right?
Not really, if you think about it, right?
Okay.
Because as per the philosophy, right, the more you do it for yourself versus the more you take a detached view and look at work as like what they say, it's work as worship, right? The better peace of mind you will get it, better it will become just for your own sake, but for the overall organization. So I found that state of mind really helpful and supportive, especially in some of the leadership roles.
You work for a vision and you work for something larger than
you. Your own self enrichment versus overall the well-being of that organization. And the Indian philosophy give a very good foundations to support that. So yeah, that's the second area. But otherwise, I like to travel. I take short travels to nearby places, and most importantly, love to spend time with family.
You know, even though this conversation was very short, we have had so many, useful takeaways from this. Especially, what you said about philosophy and business, that would be a key message for many people. And thank you for this wonderful conversation, and wish that you are able to put your plans into practice, and wish you all success along the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Sajikumar RK, Reflections COO, talking us about his experiences, his plans for Reflections, and the message, the philosophy that guides him in his work. See you in another episode of Reflect Talks with another expert. Thank you.